I can definitely see we've got some aeroplanes here, but apart from the 4 tour buses and 5 tour buses that I just saw rocking out of here, the place seems completely dead. Anyway, there's a cafeteria here, so I'm going to get some food. The odd thing is, you know, it's getting like 4.6 stars on Google Maps, and it's got a good ride up in as a TripAdvisor, so I'm not quite sure what's going on. The place looks completely deserted. Looking at some of the contraptions, and yeah, sometimes you don't get a real idea of size and scale in the movies, but you know, and when you come up close on them, yeah, they look amazing. I guess these are all aircraft carrier versions because the wings fold back. Okay, so it does sort of say that it's open from Tuesday to Sunday at 8 PM to 4 PM, closed on Mondays and official public holidays, just for information. I look at shots like that with the aircraft in that sort of pose. I think probably a good Thai taxi driver rides that one. Actually, I'm quite sure that most people don't realise that the new King of Thailand actually studied in the Australian Air Force. You could look that one up for yourself if you want. So he's got pretty close roots to Australia. Hopefully he'll sort of change some laws. To check the plaque on this one, the F5A Freedom Fighter. The different ordnance it carries. Quite a nice looking flight. And this one in front of us is the F-16A. Look pretty serious. And Gripen C. Never even heard of that one. Gripen C. I do like the fact that I can get right up here and have a look inside the cockpit. I don't know how well it'll come out in the view here, but it looks pretty good. I don't think you realise how small they are inside. And this one's the F5B Freedom Fighter.
Okay.
Say 3 to 1 star.
1, 2, 3.
Okay, what do you think? You think I should join the Air Force?
Yep.
You think?
Yep, I think so.
Good? Okay, I join the Air Force next, okay?
Okay.
Okay. National Aviation Museum of the Royal Thai Air Force. Nice looking painting up there. Anyway, go through. Air conditioning's pretty good too. Everything. Oh no, there's some English versions in the notes here. The different aircraft over the century of flight. Yeah, so this book here just for commemoration for the King. I guess the WWII is a First World War aircraft. It was small motor. I don't know how accurate that motor is. Sometimes you wonder if these things would ever go up to the ground. Newport, manufactured in France again. I could do with some better lighting in here. Hmm?
You know this one?
Red Aguiletti fighter pilot uniform.
For long.
I believe that France had a very heavy influence in Thai military through to the Second World War. And some of the things I've read, I don't know how accurate that is either, you know, like propaganda, whatever. You can never trust history, it's always written by the victors, isn't it? Guessing by the look at this one here is more than likely Second World War, or early Second World War. Vought V93S SA Corsair, 1930 years of service, 1934 to 1950. Keep on saying you want to buy gun if I have gig. No, cannot have gun for if I have gig.
Gig or not?
No, not have
Okay,
gig.
not buy.
Not have gig. Just have you. One tiger enough for me. One tiger enough for me. Cannot have two. I think I die. Curtis Hawk 3, again a Second World War craft. Very short wingspan considering. I guess with the two wings they do have a bit better lift. No idea about the technical specs. Some of these motors have seen better days. Looks like they've been dug up on the bottom of the ocean. The Grumman F8F1, F1B Bearcat. Again, 1951 through to 1960, so that's probably over the Korean War, I'm guessing. I don't know if they actually participated in the Korean War. Lockheed T-33A T-Bird, 1955 to 1995, so they had a pretty long service. All these plaques around the wall as well that tell the full story of the aviation history. Was moving into the Vietnam War. So this one here is a US aircraft. This is the North American F-86F Sabre. Doesn't look like anything. It doesn't look like the Sabre in Wing Commander. Just thinking back there, did I say Wing Commander? I meant Star Citizen. Of course, both written by the same author. We got our wires crossed. We went into this part first. But this is the last part here, and now we go into the back. Oh, you want to take umbrella? Not raining. Oh, I see. We got some more out here. The bigger ones that don't fit inside. She not like the sun. I keep telling her, people in Australia would kill for this suntan she has. I think Thai suntan so good. But Thai girls said they're not like the suntan. They all want to be white because having brown skin means you're low class and farming work. But in Australia, no, means you're a beach bum. I must admit, there's quite a few planes to look at. A friend of mine back in Australia who used to work with, I'm sure he would love having a look at some of this stuff here. Beechcraft. Classic Spitfire. They say they won the Second World War. I don't know about that. Army Cessnas. And I thought that they'd actually be classified as an army craft. It says this one is a Cessna A37B Dragonfly. Not quite sure what that is. It looks like they're fuel tanks, so I don't know if they're bombs. And there's long range. Anyway, I'm no expert at this stuff. Can go in. I like the fact that you can actually walk in these exhibits. That's interesting. You get an idea of the space and size inside. Of course, it's not the best place to be in the middle of summer. I don't know how accurate that is, but looks like all the electronics have been taken out, but yeah. Looks like we've got a school tour group going on. I'm very surprised the fact that there's a lot to actually see here, and apart from the tour groups that are going on, there's nobody around. There's nobody taking interest in this stuff anymore. I guess it's the 21st century, isn't it? Interesting rear prop design. I've not seen that before. Mind you, I'm not really the expert on aircraft. Army edition howitzers and things like that, yeah. Oh, now we've got the helicopter craft. And this shed isn't air conditioned, which is a bit of a letdown, but still some great exhibits in here too. Get this right, this is a Sikorsky helicopter. And of course you've seen it on the movies, but you have no idea how big these things are inside. It looks like they can actually sit inside. Somehow you don't really feel safe in these things, but yeah. I guess they fly. So I guess we got 15 people in here. Maybe 20 at a pinch. Oh, Sikorsky, that's got an earlier model. Something you can't do when I've been to the Aircraft Museum in Australia. I'm pretty sure we couldn't get in the exhibits. Sikorsky. Another Sabre, looks pretty good. A few more outside. MiG 21, who'd expect to find a Russian MiG in a Thai aircraft museum? Yeah? Go this way. I'm going to go this way, okay. Just above us, I've got a couple of gliders as well. Oh, there you go. This is the strangest looking craft I've seen for a while. Okay, so this is an electronics warfare aircraft. I'm not familiar with it at all. I guess it's got a lot of radar and spy stuff inside it. A Fairchild. Yeah, it looks like just a heavy lift vehicle. You can walk inside this one too. Oh yeah, so you could probably put a couple of cars in here. pretty cool. Well, anyway, so all up, you know, for a free tour, something that I just quickly looked up online, just coming out of the immigration department to see what was close to us. This is on the eastern side of Don Mueang Airport. I had no idea it was here. Yeah, TripAdvisor, so, you know, that was what I used to find it. It's got a good write-up on TripAdvisor. Google Navigate to get here. I'll put a link down below to the location, so if you want to get here yourself. It seems for what it is, it's like one of those hidden gems of Bangkok. And I personally, like out of all the Thailand vloggers I've seen, in the last year of watching Thailand vlogs, I actually haven't seen anybody do a video of the aircraft museum. So maybe I'm the first. So darling, what do you think of this place?
Very good.
Very good.
And for free.
Yeah.
Yes, and have
Air conditioned for most of the area.
Yes. And outside feel
hot.
yeah, little bit and have free for umbrella.
Umbrella for you, yeah. Yeah, so
Very
it's
good na for Falang when you want to come for see something. Can come here, I think. Good.
yeah. So I don't know if it gets busy on the weekend. So this is a Thursday, like it's around midday, and there's absolutely nobody here, and you just get to walk around. The staff here seem very friendly and helpful. But you know, again, it's, you know, like this is probably a great place to actually have a tour guide, just to get a bit more information. But you know, there's storyboards around there. The storyboards are written in Thai, but there is English on the storyboards as well. So it gives you a bit of a history. If you look at it the right way, I think we started out in the wrong room. That's beside the point. Anyway, so as I said, for an impromptu look up on the internet, what can we go and check out? This has actually been quite a good day out. Anyway, hope you liked it, guys and girls. Not forget the girls. I think we have many girls watch the video now. I think they'd like to see you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What?
and the boys like to see you too. Yeah. Anyway, okay, guys. We'll
Bye
catch.
bye, darling. Love me and Warren. Like, subscribe.
Okay, yeah. So like, subscribe, check it out. Yeah. Okay, guys. Bye for now.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye bye.